Hey everybody, welcome to
Saki Doomy.
Welcome back everybody. Who the hell is Vincent Fusca? Stick around as we try to figure it out. He's a weird guy that just keeps popping up for no reason. Make sure you like and subscribe also over at sakatumi.com and join the email list. Stay tuned, stay in touch. Alright, we'll see you in a few.
Hey everyone, it's Casey. Just wanted to give a shout out to our fellow podcaster, Steve Pugh, down the road, Dads with Nerdy Ambitions. Check him out wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Saki Doomy.
Hey everybody, it's Dedo. We're back here with an episode of Saki Tumi. I'm sitting here with my girl Casey.
Hello everyone.
She's sitting here with the mascot of the show, little Maz, Miss Maz. Mazzy Star. Anyway, we're here with an episode about Vincent Fusca.
Get ready.
This guy is awesome.
Awesome. Okay.
How the hell do you have no background story and become so popular?
I don't know, but it's absolutely insane.
He's JFK Jr.
He is.
Yes, he is. He definitely is.
Junior. No way.
He most certainly is.
Absolutely not. You know, I'll listen to all the conspiracies. Some of them I'm into. This is absolutely
This is
no
John
way.
all grown up.
No.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't even look like him.
It looks a lot like him.
He was like the sexiest man of the year, and that's what he grew up to be? I don't think so.
Hey, a lot of guys peak early.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
Maybe that's why he faked his death.
Because he peaked early, so he
Well,
decided
he
to fake his death?
Maybe he knew he was going to be ugly. So he came back as this Vincent Fusca guy, who, by the way, is fake.
You think his whole idea is fake?
I think he stole Vincent Fusca's real identity after Vincent Fusca died.
I don't know.
It's kind of like Ace Ventura with Ray Finkel.
Okay.
I'm serious.
All right. Well, do you want to explain to our audience what we're even talking about? Because
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Vincent Fusca is a personality that continuously shows up to the Trump rallies.
Right.
And nobody knows who he is.
Mm-hmm. But where did it come from?
Well, it came from a popular publicity company that made up this character.
I don't think so.
It's funny that he's become friends with Donald Trump. He gives no interviews. He doesn't talk to anybody. And it's really hard to find any information on him. Everything that they do find is very superficial.
Right, but he ran for the Senate.
He ran.
And if he, in reality, is not actually Vincent Fusca,
He's not Vincent Fusca. He's JFK Jr.
then he's not even eligible. He would be committing fraud by putting his name into the Senate as Vincent Fusca. He can't do that.
You can't fraud.
What?
I'm saying he took a name of somebody that died and started this. A man by the name of Vincent Fusca died in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Right around the area where he claims to be from. He said he went to the University of Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. He said he's from Pittsburgh. Everything lines up with this. And then the one time Trump is attempted to be assassinated, he's standing directly behind him for when he ducks.
Right. Okay.
And if you want to go as far as to get into Carolyn Bessette, we can, but we won't. She was also in the crowd.
So when we first heard about this, I also thought it was one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Why? There are so many things. First of all, why would JFK Jr. have faked his death and stayed in hiding for 25-ish years almost?
Maybe they really needed him alive.
For 20 years doing nothing?
Look,
what?
The Kennedys have a history of being killed.
Okay.
Or at least killing people.
But everybody knew they were killed and none of them have come back so far.
They claim there's theories on that.
The theory came from a very far-right, conspiracy organization, I guess you could say. I don't know.
He died well before QAnon ever existed.
Exactly. He did.
But now they believe it's him.
They're the only people that believe it's him, is that one group. Very few people are believing this conspiracy.
Well, then you got to think about how strong that group is if they're putting this out there like that. It's out there because there's probably some truth to it.
You have to look for it. It honestly makes no sense. They found their bodies. They found the plane. They found the bodies. Everything.
They found bodies.
They did.
If you died in a plane crash, would you be in one peaceful intactment?
It depends. It depends on the situation.
If your plane crashed to the ground, would you expect to be completely whole when extracted from the wreckage?
I guess probably not, but you never know. I think certain people have survived plane crashes, so I'm not sure that we can actually make that determination.
I agree. Some people have survived plane crashes.
Right.
Most people have died.
They know exactly what happened to this plane.
Right.
They tracked it the whole time. They know where it nosedived. They know why it nosedived.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
Off the coast of Martha's Vineyard.
I know where they claim it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was right here in our neck of the woods.
It was.
And when it happened, I believed it. I thought it was going to happen. I thought it was real. I didn't think anything of it. Now this has come back, I'm starting to think, what if there is something to this?
Here's the other thing. When this apparently came out, it was and they were stating that he was going to show up and be announced as Trump's VP. He did not show up or be announced at any of those things, nor through the entire
Pregnancy? Where are you going?
presidency.
Men
So
can't get pregnant, you know. That's a whole
so
different topic.
He was waiting for this entire thing for 20 years, and then the opportunity he had for what they say is the reason he was waiting to make Trump president is possible and happening, and he still stayed in hiding for yet another 4 years? Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. At what point is he going to announce himself to be him?
To be who? JFK Jr.?
Yes.
He won't. JFK Jr. is dead.
So they're going to keep that, and everybody's just assuming that that's who that is.
Vincent Fusca.
No.
Look, Man on the Moon. Andy Kaufman played the greatest trick I've ever seen, where you could not tell if his alter ego, known as Tony Clifton, was real or fake.
But that was like as a joke almost.
It was a joke, right?
People don't fake deaths as a joke.
People probably...
For 20-something years.
Have you ever heard of Machiavelli? How about Tupac? Although I do think Tupac is actually dead.
I was going to say, you think Tupac has faked his death as well?
It's just funny that he always spoke of Machiavelli, and then he died.
Okay.
So, but Machiavelli actually faked his own death.
I'm not saying people don't fake their own deaths.
There are plenty of people that do.
Exactly. But I don't see any benefit to JFK Jr. faking his death and staying in hiding until now and then coming out as this weird Italian guy.
That's because...
He's from Italy.
It hasn't benefited anything yet, but it might.
When?
And that's why they made him fake his death. That's why everybody told you he was dead. That way he can come back, not be a Kennedy, and still have pull. This is genius. This is after a fake assassination attempt. Now, all this is going on. Well, it was going on before this anyway.
Well before this.
But this is the whole story. This is what's going on. This is the ploy, and this is the story, and this is basically where I think American politics are at right now.
Listen, I agree. The politics thing's crazy, but this guy was actually born in Italy and moved to the U.S. as a child.
By the way, Joe Biden is stepping down.
Yeah, what's that?
Ironic.
Not ironic. I expected.
You don't see all these things adding up.
I mean,
all of a sudden, Vincent Fusca is coming out of nowhere. Donald Trump is attempted to be assassinated, and Biden steps down. What in the is going on here?
He's stepping out of the race. He's not stepping down as president. You should point that out.
Oh no! Well, yes, he's not seeking re-election.
Correct.
He can't. He can't anyway.
Unfortunately, this whole JFK Vincent Fusca thing came out well before any of that started.
You got to start a story somewhere. You can't just start in the middle of stuff. You start it well before so you can build it up. That's what a story does.
I think it is the most insane conspiracy. I think the guy looks nothing like JFK Jr.
How would you know what JFK looks like 25 years later?
I don't think it's that Italian guy.
They hit him. They sat him on a couch for 25 years and fed him bonbons.
He just sat in silence and secrecy for...
What town in Italy was Fusca born in?
I don't know.
That's it, right. You can't find it.
They're also saying he's like 20 years younger than JFK would have been.
Of course. Look, without getting into details, does he look 45? Does he look 46?
No, not really.
How old does he look? 61? Does he look 61?
He does. I agree with that.
Okay. He looks 61 years old, and how old would JFK be right now?
Around 60, 61, right?
He'd be 61 years old.
I'm not denying that.
He does not look 46 years old. I'm sorry.
I don't think they even have...
It's JFK.
I don't think they have the same facial features.
It's John, dude.
Wait.
I don't have the same facial features I had when I was 21.
Do you...
20 years ago, I don't have the same facial features.
Do you actually think that he looks similar enough to JFK Jr.?
Absolutely.
Really? Because
yeah.
The group, I don't know if we're saying the name of that group.
You ever notice the forehead? Why do you think the guy wears the fedora all the time? To hide the forehead.
They actually said that he would have had to have plastic surgery. That was one of the reasonings he doesn't look like JFK, because they even know he doesn't look like JFK.
How do you know he didn't have plastic surgery?
They're saying that he had to have plastic surgery. That's the group that created this whole conspiracy theory has said that he had to have plastic surgery to change his appearance so it's for his safety. I don't buy any of it. I think this is absolutely insane.
You could sit in a hotel room, smoke pack upon pack of cigarettes a day, eat bonbons, and change your appearance, where you would not look like the people that remember you looking 25 years prior. I don't look like I did. I don't look like now what I looked like 25 years ago.
But that doesn't change actual prominent features that you have. Those are there no matter
But if I died 25 years ago and I came back right now, you would say it wasn't me because I don't look the same.
I don't know.
I'm just saying you would.
I don't see any benefit to it.
Every single person is remembering JFK Jr. the way he looked then.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him since.
But you can do side-by-sides and look at facial features and see that they don't have those.
If you put Fusca's face over JFK's face, they line up.
I don't think so.
They do.
No.
In a weird way. And it does look like Fusca may have had plastic surgery.
I don't know.
Why is his hair so black
so
too?
crazy.
He's 61 years old.
Well, I mean, dyeing hair means nothing to me. That's an easy.
I'm more around the age of where Fusca claims he is, and I even have some grays.
True, but people dye their hair. That means nothing to me. That's not a definitive yes or no. But actual facial features.
It would say that you're trying to change your appearance.
Well, people do that for a lot of reasons.
It wouldn't help your explanation that you're not trying to change your appearance.
Right.
You change your hair color. So you cannot, if you did that, how far did you go to get to where you are? How many other things did you change? We could tell you did your hair. We don't know if you did your face, but you did your hair. So you can't say that you didn't do your face because you're obviously trying to change your appearance.
It makes no sense. None.
I
don't see any benefit.
What doesn't make sense is the fact that you're arguing that it's not JFK Jr.
What's the benefit?
He's now running for office. And he's supporting Donald Trump. Donald Trump originally said many, many, many years ago that if he ever ran for president, he would run as a Democrat.
Right.
Because they were stupid. That's what he said.
Okay.
Those are basically his exact words. Maybe summarized a bit.
Okay.
So, and they always asked him to run. They asked him to run. And he said, no. Then all of a sudden he's like, because of Barack,
okay,
he ended up running.
Okay.
And he won.
Mm-hmm.
And good for him. Who else would you rather have on your side with all the connections than a Kennedy?
But he's not really a Kennedy anymore because he's been in hiding and has no connection to the family at this point, correct? There's no way that they kept him in hiding for 20 years and he's still acting like a Kennedy.
What is arguably the biggest conspiracy of all time?
I don't know. What?
JFK's assassination.
Oh, okay.
Is that correct? You don't think this family knows how to navigate their way through a conspiracy? They are the architects of the greatest one, or at least one of the greatest ones of all time.
I don't think.
How many shooters were there?
I don't know.
Exactly. No one does. No one will ever know. So why wouldn't it be JFK?
I really don't see any benefit to it, and I don't see how anybody in that prominent of a family, yes, do they have ways to cover things up? Sure, but how do you stay hidden for 20-something years? And again, if he were coming out to help Trump get elected, why didn't he show up 4 years ago?
Because the deep state, have a different timeline and plan for all of this.
Like, when's he going to appear? Maybe like 10 years from now they'll announce who he really is?
Oh, he may never appear as JFK Jr. again.
But this person doesn't have that big of an influence.
He's still a Kennedy.
He's just a person showing up that people notice now.
But he's still a Kennedy, which would give him all of the pull and influence he needs. Piss.
I don't think so. Not if nobody knows he's a Kennedy.
The people that need to know he's a Kennedy know. Everybody else discusses whether he is or isn't.
Wasn't Kennedy a Democrat?
He was. But did you ever read stuff on JFK?
Not a lot.
His policies were conservative.
Okay.
He was more of a Republican than a Democrat.
Okay.
Back then, Republicans and Democrats were basically more alike than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
But his policies sided towards what now would be considered the Republican side. Mm-hmm. He was more of a conservative Democrat, where Republicans would have gotten behind him. And that's probably why he was assassinated.
Right.
Where I think the same goes for Trump, to be honest. He was attempted to be assassinated because his policies aren't in line with what other people want to do.
Right.
And maybe that's why JFK Jr. is alive and is running with Donald Trump. And had to see which way the first 4 years went and how he did to see if a rerun, another campaign nomination, went to stand behind him. And now Fusca's coming out.
But he's not running with Donald Trump.
He's not. But he's all over. He's all over Donald Trump's. And he's right behind him. He's videoing the entire thing.
I agree, but I think part of it is that he's just a big Trump supporter, and now he realizes that he's getting this attention, so he's kind of fit into it.
Then where is he from?
Pennsylvania.
How did he grow up?
Well, Italy. That's all I know.
That's all,
Italy.
that's all anybody knows. That's the point.
I did see some. They went to college somewhere. I mean, he
went
grew
to
up in the U.S.
He went to the University of Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and they claim he was in a fraternity. He was in Phi Kappa Theta.
Okay.
But that's all you can find. Superficial things like that.
I agree. It's a little weird that you can't find a ton of info on him.
You would think a guy running for office, because he doesn't exist.
Yeah, but then he can't run for office.
If you're a Kennedy, you have the pull and the influence to pull this off. That's the point. That's why it's definitely John.
No way.
100%.
I don't think it at all.
100%.
Nope.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would love to hear what other people say, because I can't even begin to believe this is a real thing.
It is. And then, now this is crazy, and I'm not sure if this is true or not. This is even a little far beyond me. But there's a woman in the crowd, 2 seats over and 1 row in front of Vincent Fusca, that they claim has the exact facial features of Carolyn Bessette.
Well, wasn't there a third person on the plane? Who was the third person?
Carolyn's sister.
Oh, where's she? Or did she just die?
Well, she's not really necessary in this.
Is she alive too somewhere?
Well, then again, this would be the puzzle piece, which is like, is he alive? Is he not alive? Did he fake his own death? Did he not fake his own death? Because her name wasn't Jacqueline. Jacqueline was Kennedy's mom.
Yeah.
Her name was Carolyn, and it began with a J.
I don't remember.
I forget her name. But those were the 3 on the plane.
And if those 2 are alive, where's the third? She must be somewhere too, right? Or did they kill her?
She's probably the
There's no
publicity coordinator. Vincent Fusca has a ton of publicity, but he doesn't do any interviews. He doesn't deal with the media at all, but yet he's everywhere.
He won't answer questions.
He won't answer questions?
He is yes or no. I've heard that.
Yep. He won't do anything. So it's like, why is he so popular? How does he get to run for office? Why is he out there with no real information about it? Who could pull this off? A Kennedy.
I think it's...
Having political pull like that, you could probably do it.
No. I think if that was the case, it already would have come out or something officially, not from just one's far right.
You can't fake your death and then come out that you're alive. That's illegal, I believe. Because now somehow you haven't paid. Kennedy's not running for office. Vincent Fusca is.
He's not a real person either, you're saying.
I'm saying it's Kennedy, yes, because you can't find anything on Fusca. I'm saying that Kennedy is probably alive. But you can't say you're John Kennedy because you're dead.
So you're saying, you actually said that Vincent Fusca is actually dead as well.
Vincent Fusca is dead. And I said, I use that as a thing, and I used the Ace Ventura reference where Ray Finkel was a hiker that died in the mountains.
Okay.
And Lois Einhorn took his name. Ray Finkel became Lois Einhorn was a hiker that died in the mountains.
Okay.
And Ray Finkel, after missing that kick in the Super Bowl, took her name and changed his whole appearance. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel's Einhorn. Einhorn's a man.
Wow.
So Vincent Fusca died of where this Vincent Fusca claims to live or have been raised after moving here from Italy. There's no information on him in Italy. I don't think he actually lives there. He doesn't have an accent because you wouldn't know, but he doesn't speak. But nobody has come out and said he's got an Italian accent. He speaks to people. See him take pictures with everyone. He's everywhere. He's either the most brilliant social media guru I've ever seen, or he's John.
I think he caught on to the fact that he can get a lot of publicity from this insane conspiracy, I guess you could say, is what it is, really. But I think he's using that as his publicity. And he says, I'm just not going to say anything because people are looking at me because of this.
This is Donald Trump we're talking about, right?
No.
Donald Trump. This isn't your ordinary president. No, hold on. This guy's popping up in Donald Trump's campaign.
Because
this is Donald Trump. This is not your ordinary president who's a senator, goes through the rigmaroles, climbs up the ladder, whatever, becomes president. This is Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump is what I believe they call a tycoon somehow, even though he inherited all the stuff. But he is a publicity magnet.
Right.
They pay him to go places.
But this would have had to been planned well before that was even a thing.
It was planned. It had started before he won the first election when he was president. And then once he won it, they just went with it. And they took it where it needed to go. And then now that he's back here and running, let's unleash Vincent Fusca.
So my biggest question would be, though...
This could quite possibly be a bad thing.
20 years ago, what made them do that then?
Do what?
Fake his death 20 years ago and go into hiding. What would make that be
So
the
he
reason?
wasn't killed.
Do you think they were going to kill him?
They killed everyone else.
So you think
Every
they put
other,
him into hiding?
basically every other one of them that is higher up in politics has been killed.
I don't know. I don't think it's real. It looks not even... the only people that believe this are very far-right political
I am not far-right.
people. And researching it and stuff, most people are just laughing at it altogether.
Why are they laughing at it?
Because
Look,
it is absurd.
Just so you know, I'm laughing at it too.
Like, it's absurd.
It's absurd. It's absurd. But you can't really have any other explanation. This guy came out of nowhere, has done nothing, has no history, and yet is one of the biggest topics of Donald Trump's campaigns.
But that doesn't mean he's JFK Jr.
What else would it mean?
It means he realized that people have used that, and he said, "Oh, you know
You
what?
don't get to that point unless you're JFK Jr.
I'm sure other people could come up with that. I don't think he's the only person in history that could ever do that.
He has to be so intelligent with social media that he's been able to do this, which I don't think he is, because there are people that are way more intelligent with social media than I believe Vincent Fusca at 61 years old is. Even at 45, he's not that intelligent. That being said,
who knows if he was even part of this when they came up with this conspiracy?
You have to have political connections to do something like this, and he's doing it.
I don't think
he's not Vincent Fusca. Maybe he's not JFK Jr. But he's not Vincent Fusca.
That's fine. Maybe he is somebody else. I don't think he's JFK Jr.
I'm saying the deep state helped him fake his death. They took him out, so he didn't get...
I mean, maybe I'll see something, but right now it is not even a problem. To look at the situation, I've done the research, and I said, no, this is a joke.
When it is, I'll accept the you were right.
No, I don't think you're getting the you were right this time.
Oh, I'm getting it. Oh, I'm getting it.
No way.
Oh, 100%.
Nope. Well, you said they're never going to announce it.
I did say that. They can't announce it. They can't. But something will come out. You will start to question Vincent Fusca if anything more happens.
But so far, everything that this group has said, other than, hey, this is who this is,
first of all,
nothing's happened.
Let me be clear. I think QAnon are just a bunch of satanic nutballs.
Yeah.
They're weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're weird. But with all this going on, I had to look at it. I started looking into it. I'm like, holy crap. This could quite possibly be a thing. This could. This is not so far-fetched that it can't be.
It's pretty far-fetched.
No, it's not so far-fetched that it can't be real. It's not off the wall, nuts. It is far-fetched. It is, I agree. But what is the other explanation as to why this guy is here? Right now, it being JFK Jr. is more of a relevant example or excuse, whatever, than from where this guy came from. He's of nothing. He literally is of nothing.
So far, yes, he's there, but that people are pointing out that he's there. That's about it. And because I think they're saying that because of, what is it, QAnon? Is that how you say that?
I don't know. Stupid idiots.
I don't know. But they're saying that's who that is. So when people notice him in the crowd, it becomes this big thing. But other than that, nothing has happened.
I think it's pronounced stupid anonymous.
Possibly. Other than that, he's just sitting there. Lots of people are sitting there. We're not looking at everybody else around him. Just that one person.
You can't look at anybody else around him. There's no info. No matter how hard I try and look. Anywhere, anything I ask, anything I research, brings me to a dead end.
I
agree. Nowhere.
It can't be his real name.
I don't know who this guy is. I don't. And I can't find out. And even when you do that, you get one thing about him, and that's from QAnon.
Yeah.
And then you get 47 things about Donald Trump. It's like, there's not even a Wikipedia page where somebody makes that stuff up.
Right, you can go in and edit Wikipedia.
Yeah, you can go and make your own things up and put nothing. Nobody knows anything about this dude.
I agree on that stuff, but I don't even
the only person that would be able to pull this off would be JFK Jr.
I don't think so.
But that was you know the magic tricks where they like have you sign a card and 20 years later you cut off a tree branch and your card's there? How the hell did they do that?
Okay. It's really long wait for that.
Well, that's kind of what magic is, and that's what they do. They shield you from what's happening. Like they already planted that card. They wait 20 years for it to get to a point where it needs to be, and then you go cut it down. Whatever it is. How is that not what this would be? This is exactly the same thing.
I don't see it. I'm not going to agree with you on this one. I really do not even... There's no part of me that thinks that that's who that is.
That's because the bull is already over your eyes.
No, I don't believe a
They've
lot
already
of
got
things.
you.
No, I don't believe a lot of things that are
You're
said.
locked in.
No.
You're locked in. You can't see the forest from the trees, can you? Nope.
Again.
You just do what you're told. Stay in line.
But if we took a poll, there would be very few people believing this story. I bet most people would be
I would
on
like
my
to do
side.
that. I think I'm going to put up a poll
Like,
on the website and say, hey,
do some research. Let us know.
true or false? JFK Jr. is Vincent Fusca. True or false? That's it. And see what kind of response we get out of it.
It's going to be false, false, false.
Okay? I'm saying true.
There's no
true.
way.
True.
Nope.
You don't know that.
I bet. If
There could be a lot of
do
people out there that
research-
agree with me.
Nope.
And if there are, you're going to be sorry.
I don't think so.
You're going to be sorry.
Vote
Hey.
for me.
Case, this is what happens when we get into good conversations. We got to get ready to go. We're a little over the time. So we're at the end. You want to say anything?
Nope. Just, do your research, but it's not a thing.
What are you going to research?
If this person's a real person.
Go ahead and try. There is no research. I've tried. Anyway, we're at the end of the show. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch up with you guys at least next week, maybe sooner. Like and subscribe. SakiToMe.com. We just put up a store too, so check out our merchandise. If you're into the show, see if you buy it to us.
That's us. Subscribe for themselves.
We're just poor podcasters that can't afford our own merchandise. Anyway, we're at the end of the show. Like I said, as always, be good.
Saki Doomy.
Hey everybody, it's Dedo. Thanks for checking out the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to us. We can hook up, interact. You can tell us what you like about the show, talk about what you don't like about the show. Give us information and insight. We'd appreciate it. We only want to make the show better for you guys. Also, if you get a chance, head over to summitassembly.net. That's our sponsor, and he could really use some business. All right? As always, everybody, be good.
Saki Doomy.